So now 2nd and 10 for the Wolverines. Handed in the backfield. There goes Gehring to the left side. He picks up 6 on the carry. That'll bring up 3rd and 4. So we're here with 9:40 left in this first half. 22-6. Warner still on top.
Which will bring up 3rd.
And 6 on the play, brings up 3rd and 4.
So 3rd and 4, approaching midfield. Ball's on the 43-yard line. It's I formation as Logan Schaefbauer is on the right wing. In the backfield, they give it to Cooper Schaefbauer. Trying to find his way through the middle. Picks up one more. That'll bring up 4th and 1, short of the first down. Derek Tuska picks up another tackle. So now another long one faced by the Wolverines. They've gone for it on 4th down already once. See what happens here. Another 4th down situation. Wishbone formation. Warner is bringing 5-6 players right up the middle to Cooper Schaefbauer. This time does not pick it up. Stopped at the line of scrimmage by number 58. I think Dawson McNeil made the stop for the Monarchs. And that's going to be a turnover on downs for Herreid Selby. They're going to take over 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
22-6 our score. 37 left to go in the first half. And the Wolverines need to find a defense.
Now the defense is going to need some luck, and Walworth County Implement wishes it to them in Selby. They're proud supporters of Wolverine football. See us for all your harvest needs. Walworth County Implement, exceeding expectations and a dealer of choice for our customers. Roselle this time is going to be in the shotgun formation. One of the first times. He's going deep early on to Tuska. Just able to basket catch it in. Is brought down by Fiedler. It'll be a big gain pickup. Stopped at about the 15-yard line. 1st down, Monarchs. 30-yard pickup. It's Roselle and Tuska have now connected on a couple passes here tonight. So it's on the 15-yard line. Monarchs, one play, moved them all the way downfield. Going through the air, something that is not usually a whole big centerpiece of their game plan. So Roselle is now under center. And we're going to have looks like a false start on the left side. That'll be J.P. Henson, the tight end, for Warner, and that will move them back a couple. So now 1st and 15, about the 20-yard line. Wolverines get a little bit more breathing room coming up from that goal line.
I was looking at the PowerPoints earlier. Both teams are matched pretty evenly right now in PowerPoints. But the way it's looking now, Monarchs have a lot more power than the Wolverines.
Yeah. Again, we've got one split out each side. Peck is in the backfield. Tuska split left. Roselle's looking to go to the corner to Tuska. Jumps up and tries to get it. Broken up by Fiedler. Nice defensive play by the defensive back. It looked like it could be an easy jump pass for Tuska. And just give you the matchup numbers here. Tuska's 6'4", Fiedler 6'1", so pretty close in height on that time. Fiedler was able to get the extra hops in his step and knock the pass down. Stops the clock at 8 minutes even, 22-6. Warner still on top. Wolverines trying to get a nice red zone stop here. Ball is on the 20-yard line. Into the wishbone. Roselle pulls it all. Looking again to Tuska. Jump pass again. He brings it down, but he's going to be about the 10-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd down and 5. They're saying it might actually be an interception. That's what the Wolverines are calling it for. But the refs say that Tuska was able to hold on to it. So now 3rd and 5, right on the 10-yard line after the 10-yard pickup. Roselle and Tuska has been a deadly, pretty potent combination here for the Monarchs through the air so far. One split each way.
Roselle now under center. The guys split up.
Roselle pitches it in the backfield to Tuska, immediately hitting the backfield. That's Cooper Schaefbauer. Could smell that play from a mile away. Came screaming across that line. Got some good blocking up front by the defensive tackles to open up a seam, and he was able to hit Tuska head on. As soon as he turned and had the ball in his hands, he got dropped for the loss. So now that's 4th and 10 and about the 15-yard line. Monarchs look like they're going to line up to go for it, but we're going to have a timeout called by Coach Kerwin Hayline. Campbell County Bank is a proud supporter of Wolverines athletics. Campbell County Bank offers a variety of services from loans, checking, and savings accounts to online banking. Check them out at ccbank.org. Home of the Campbell County Insurance Agency. Campbell County Bank, hometown banking with neighbors and friends. Member FDIC. And best of luck to the Wolverines from the employees at Herreid Value Market. Don't forget all the fixings you need for your big party this week, like great Hormel chilies, salsa, and Tostitos. Herreid Value Market, the home of Gene's homemade sausage products. And Northern Plains Co-op in Gettysburg and Selby is a proud sponsor of tonight's coverage of Wolverines football. At Northern Plains Co-op, we're connected to something bigger. We're committed to providing high-quality products and services while striving to be leaders in our communities. Every day, our employees work to bring our customers' visions to life. Northern Plains Co-op, people and resources you can count on, always.
Oh, sorry, 22-6, 7:08 left. Where are they at in that game?
Take a look at some scores from around the region again on the CNB Operations Scoreboard Update. Braden McNeary brings in a 20-yard touchdown pass from Lundquist as the Cavaliers extend their lead 26-0, 6:44 left in that first half. Langford now leads Eureka Battle 16-6 midway through the second quarter. 4th and 10 for the Monarchs. They got one split each way. Roselle looking for Tuska. You know he is. He's going to have to tuck and run, trying to find something. Here comes the pressure. He escapes one and is brought down. It's going to be turnover on downs from the Monarchs. So great defense and coverage by the Wolverines to keep Roselle from throwing on the run. And it was very good pass coverage. Everybody was taken care of for the Wolverines, and they take over 1st and 10. The ball on the 10-yard line. Bonhomme leads Winter 6-0. A game delay due to a power outage. How about that? Faulkton 12, Hitchcock-Tulare 8 with 12 left in the second quarter. And it's a tie game between, whoever Menno Marion's playing. The scoreboard update is brought to you by CNB Operations, where service is part of every deal. Right up the middle from Logan Schaefbauer. Tackle made by Ryder Furman. In the middle. So that's 2-yard pickup, 2nd down and 8. And if you are tweeting from your games with the hashtag #ANScores, if you could please include both schools on the score, that would actually be helpful. But thank you for tweeting nonetheless. So now 2nd and 8. It's a pass from Fiedler. It's up and just going to be out of the reach of Cooper Schaefbauer was the intended target, and also was out of the reach of Trayton Peck. It's going to stop the clock. 6:15 left in this first half. Still 22-6. Warner on top. Fiedler had the wind to his back and got a little bit too much behind it, but he made sure nobody could catch it. Not even his own player. That's how you got to do it if you can't quite connect. Tuska faking like he was looking to come across or at least fake the blitz, but he's going to be called for the offside penalty. So to be an extra 5 yards, that should bring up about 3rd and now 3. Wolverines moving it up.
Now what do? You just switch it from maybe a pass play to a run play and see what Cooper can do on the inside.
Well, they have had pretty good luck running it to the outside.
Logan.
So in the power I formation, Logan Schaefbauer goes out to the left side. He's got some room to run, still on his feet. Finally knocked out of bounds. They're going to say it about the 30. It's going to be the 34-yard line. Tuska ran him out of bounds. Schaefbauer was really going into beast mode on that one. The legs were pretty much a blur from what I could see. Putting on the speedsters.
They're on the 33-yard line.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So 1st and 10, Wolverines on the move. Trying to see if they can get down this field yet again. Pick up some more points. Fiedler's under center, power I. Man split each side. In the backfield, Cooper Shavebauer has it. Looked like he might have been trying to throw, but he's quickly covered up. It's going to be a loss of 2 on the play. 2nd down and 12. Furman comes away with the tackle.
Loss of 1 brings up 2nd and 11.
So they'll mark him back just by 1. 2nd down and 11. About 5:45 on the clock left in this first half. Wolverines facing a 2nd and long. Eventually counted down to where they are. Double wing. Give it right up the middle to Gehring, and there he goes. Picks up the 1st down and more. Brought down close to midfield. Tackle made by Peck.
Tackle by Peck.
Gehring came shooting through that gap. He saw it was going to be closing in a couple seconds and was able to kick it into 2nd gear. So the Wolverines starting to get a little bit more pep in their step, some confidence on their back, and picking up some yardage, getting close to midfield again. Ball spotted at the 48 on purple side. Fiedler under center. Both ends move for the Wolverines. That'll back them up 5. Tight ends were on the same page, but unfortunately not with the rest of the team. Back about 5 yards back. 1st and 15 now. Back on the 44. One split each side. Fiedler has Gehring in the backfield. It's going to be a 5-step drop. He's got time in the pocket. Throws in the middle to Schaefbauer. Oh, excuse me, that was going to be Begeman, number 25. John Begeman with the nice pickup. And we got flags over on the sideline, so we'll see what they call. It was nice pocket protection for Fiedler. He was able to deliver a bullet right up the gut to Begeman. And it's going to be a procedure penalty on Herreid Selby, so that pickup is going to be all for naught. That'll back him up a couple more.
Instead of a possible 1st down, I believe they're going to get the repeat of count. With the 10 yards.
Coach Koster's asking for some explanation on that. So we get an illegal man downfield is what they're calling. So 5 more yards. That'll bring up 1st and 20 now. Ball spotted at the 40-yard line. Wolverines got to shake that one off. It was a nice pass. See what they opt to do here. See if they can continue it again. 4:45. Ball's now spotted on the 39-yard line of Wolverines territory. Double wing. Gehring right up the middle. Nobody saw that coming. He picked up some nice yardage back through the original line of scrimmage and then some more. Gets across midfield. Stopped at the 44-yard line. Again, 2nd time we've seen Gehring pick up some big yardage. It's going to bring up now 2nd and 5, a little bit more manageable. Ball is now in Warner territory. Sticking again with that double wing. We might see it go to Gehring again. It's worked so far. No, this time they give it to Cooper Schaefbauer. He dives across the 40-yard line. We'll see how they mark it and what they opt to, what they do. Braun with the tackle. They will pick up the 1st down. Cooper Schaefbauer went right across the line and dove for the 1st. Ball on the 40-yard line. Wolverines on the move again. And I think we're going to have a timeout called by the referees right now, making sure everything's set correctly.
go. Okay, Wolverines going to go back to the huddle. It was a timeout by the rest.
Clock winding again, and here we go. Up onto the ball comes Fiedler and the Wolverines. This time it's going to be the power I formation. Cooper Schaefbauer is in the left wing. Fiedler gives it in the backfield. Logan Schaefbauer through the middle. Picks up 3. That'll bring up second down and 7.
Tackle by Heilman.
Tackle made, look to me, by number 58, Dawson McNeil, right in the middle.
Gain of 3.
The defensive tackle position. Nice 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7 with 3 minutes on the clock here in the first half. Same formation, double wing. Gehring again, there he goes. This time couldn't quite get a whole full head of steam. Gets it close. He's going to be short 1 of the first down. Just shy of the 30-yard line.
Gain of 6 brings up
Gehring rapidly tapping that triangle button to get that speed burst. We're going to have a timeout called by Warner and Coach Hayline.
Ticket winner. Yellow ticket.
We're at the end of tonight's game. We're giving away our Subway of Aberdeen Player of the Game award. It's given to the athlete who contributes the most to their team during tonight's game of the week. Player receives a free t-shirt and sub, courtesy of Subway of Aberdeen. 2 of your favorite subs are now October values. Grab a 6-inch Black Forest ham for only $3 or a $5 foot-long meatball marinara. Only at Subway. Eat fresh. Seen some pretty great performances so far. Of course, Carson Gehring all of a sudden coming out of nowhere, making some big gains for the Wolverines. He wants a free t-shirt and sub. You know he does. And, of course, that's always courtesy of Subway of Aberdeen. More scores coming across my screen on the C&B Operations scoreboard update. Dual leads Webster 12-0 with 5:18 left in the first. It's now 26-0 from McNeary. McNeary 20-yard pass from Lundquist. Cavaliers over the Pheasants, 26-0, 6:44 left in the half. Langford again is up by 10, 16-6 over Eureka Bowdle midway through the second quarter. Scoreboard update is brought to you by C&B Operations, where service is part of every deal. 3rd and 1. Fiedler throwing into the air, gets it to Cooper Schaefbauer, first down and more. Still on his feet, takes a couple Monarchs to bring him down, and we got flags on the hit. It might have been leading with the helmet on that tackle. I think the Wolverines are going to be able to add a couple more.
Face mask penalty against the Monarchs.
They're going to call it, looks like face mask on Warner.
I'm assuming inadvertent, usually in a tackle, that's what it is. But some refs don't care, and they do it either way.
So it'll be 5 yards on the inadvertent face mask, so no personal foul on that one. But that's going to add some yardage to the play. Be marked down. Ooh, right around the as we'll call it, the 12-yard line. That's the consensus here in the press box. So the Wolverines now in the red zone. 1st and 10. It's going to be on the 13. Fiedler gives it to Logan Schaefbauer around the left side, cuts it way back in. We're going to call that the J route. He got the ball, kind of came all the way back and turned all the way back into the front, into midfield, right in the middle, made a big looping play. Picks up 8 on the carry, 2nd down and 2. Schaefbauer ran about 15 yards to pick up those 8. Now it's the double wing again. Here come the backers for the Monarchs. Right up the middle go the Wolverines. Powers it through. They're going to say stop short on the Gehring carry.
Good enough for a first down.
Slow to get up is Dawson McNeil for the Monarchs. He's holding his back. He's going to take a second to get off field. It's going to be 1st and goal now on the 2-yard line. 1:42 left before half, and we've got a looks like a timeout for the refs here to talk to Coach Costers. Not sure what we're doing here. I think we're adding some time onto the clock.
Got it.
152 left to go.
So time gets added back onto the clock. 1:52 here left before halftime. Still 22-6. Warner on top of Herreid Selby here in the first round of the Class 9A playoffs. Herreid Selby on the move. They're in the red zone. Ball at the 2-yard line. First and goal. Gehring, you would think smart money would be who has the ball in this situation. He's led them down the field, dug them out of some big holes, some long yardage plays. I like it when a coach rewards a player for some unsung accomplishments there. Wolverines letting the clock really run down. They want to possibly get in the end zone and then not give the ball back to Warner with a lot of time. They let it run down. Timeout, Wolverines.
50-50 ticket.
Stopping the clock and don't want Warner to have that ball any more than they have to.
947.
Was it?
Check your tickets. We're looking for a split plot winner. If you have a ticket at home, I'm pretty impressed somehow you were able to get it and still listen to the game here on American News Live Sports. Will Hogan's on the mic again. Thanks for joining us. Another great South Dakota football night. It's a chilly one out there, but we're nice and warm in this press box. Hopefully wherever you are, you're warm as well. It's about into the mid-30s right now outside. A lot of bundled up spectators out there from Johnson Memorial Field. They got the heaters on in here for us, and we thank them as well here in Selby.
They brought us hot chocolate up to that was pretty cool.
We didn't have, we weren't as cozy then.
Yeah, this is nice.
Coming back up onto the ball. First and goal from the 2. A minute 20 on the clock before we enter halftime. It's a power I. One split left. Fiedler gives it in the backfield to Logan Schaebauer. Powers across for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Now our score for the Wolverines are 12. Monarchs at 22. 120. Let them go in the first.
22-12
You go for 2, or do you go for...
is your score here.
I would go for 2 here just so you can get it back to the
I think you're right on that. You know, you get it up to 14, you're within 8 that way, and absolutely.
Wolverines look like they're going to line up and go for 2. Definitely what you need to do this late in the first half. Monarchs will have the ball at the other end of halftime. And we're going to have a timeout called by Herreid Selby. They want to talk about it just a little bit more.
And again, 22-12 our score. We'll be back in 60 seconds. You're listening to High School Football.
Wolverines it's been a very impressive drive going all the way down. They've come back from some 3rd and longs, a couple 4th down conversions as well. Not letting adversity get in their way. Driving downfield, picked up that score. Cut the lead to 10.
I'll just tell them, skip that big West commercial.
We called one offense, one on defense. Yes, we got one time out left.
Scoreboard update is brought to you by C&B Operations. They got 4 great locations to serve you: Miller, Gettysburg, Roscoe, and Selby. At the half, Langford leads Eureka Bowell 24-6. Ron Colley on top of Redfield Dolan 26-0. With 22 seconds left before half, Bonhomme 12, Winner nothing. Scoreboard update is brought to you by C&B Operations, where service is part of every deal. Lining up for the 2-point conversion here. Fiedler going to hold on to it himself. He's looking to throw, and it's going to be right out of the hands of J.P. Henson, so broken up. So the Wolverines bring this lead back within 10. Monarchs still on top, 22-12, here in the first round of the Class 9A state playoffs on American News Live Sports.
50-50 ticket. You have till halftime. 947. You have till halftime.
Next on Thursday, we'll bring you the second round of the playoffs. Not exactly sure where we will be. We'll have the pairings later this evening. Much later, we'll get back into the office, and I'll check and see with all All the sports folks there at the American News, John Papinick, Dave Villahauer, Jackie Scobie, and Ryan Deal, Sean Weary as well, back there feeding me scores all night, keeping me informed. Thank you much for that, as well as making sure you get the scores and everything in tomorrow's edition and on AberdeenNews.com. We'll check and see where the reseedings happen and what we might be where we might be covering next this upcoming Thursday in the second round of the playoffs.
That's right, most people don't like to hear me.
Interesting situation here. The Coach Costers for the Wolverines. This could be an onside situation. I mean, there's only about, before we hit halftime, a minute 20 on the clock. Argelin is a good kicker. He definitely can control the ball, so you'd think he might be able to do a nice onside kick. And we'll see what they opt to do here.
All right, Argelin's going to line it up.
Tuska and I believe Furman back to receive the kick.
And back forward. Now, last time they kicked it, Tuska received it, and
Argelin comes up to the ball, and they're going to go deep.
put it high. And over Henry's going to try it.
It's going to just stay right out of the end zone. Tuska this time hands it off to the other receiver in the backfield. That is number 30, Nick Evangelisto with the ball. Runs it out about the 20-yard line. That'll be 1st and 10 for the Monarchs.
On return, 1st and 10.
20-yard return. Last time Warner received the kick, Evangelisto handed it to Tuska. This time they reversed it and gave it to Evangelisto.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Roselle comes in with the play. The Monarchs 1st and 10 on the 20 with 1:11 on the clock. One split each side for the Monarchs.
Roselle's going to go under center. They're going to split a guy up to the left and the right. They're going
In the backfield,
to take it to the right side. Oh, no.
giving it a pickup of about 8 on the carry to Peck. Vandervorst made the tackle. 9-yard pickup for the Monarchs. Now 2nd and 1. Ball on the 29-yard line. Clock keeps ticking. Tuska and Henson split out each way. Still keeping it on the ground to Peck. Picks up the 1st down and a couple more. Runs out of bounds. About the 30. They're going to say he stepped out. Bradner forced him out around the 34. That'll be a 1st down. Keeping it on the ground. No sense in turning it over this close to the end zone for the Wolverines. Staying on the ground, Roselle comes back up to the line. He's going to be under center. Furman and Tuska are the wideouts. 4 men rush the quarterback. Hand it in the backfield again to Peck. Cooper Schaefbauer makes the tackle. Timeout is going to be called by Warner. Stops the clock with 28 seconds. Ball is going to be spotted after a 2-yard pickup. 2nd and 8. Right at the 35-yard line.
What is it, that 50 side?
More scores coming for you in this CNB Operations scoreboard update. Faulkton leads Hitchcock Tulare 28-8 at the half. Bonhomme on top of Winter 14-0 at the half as well. Langford leads Eureka Bowdle at half 24-6. And Roncalli on top of Redfield Dolan 26-0. Another game you can see right now on American News Live Sports. Scoreboard update, as always, is brought to you by CNB Operations. Check them out on the web at deerequipment.com. After the Monarchs, Coach Hayline called the timeout. 28 seconds on the clock. They now face a 2nd and 8 wishbone formation. Ball about the 34-yard line. Pitched in the backfield to Tuska. on the right side. He's got some room to run. He's broken several tackles. Could not be shoelace tackled. It's nothing but green in front of Derek Tuska. Touchdown, Monarchs.
Derek Tuska, 65-yard touchdown run for the Monarchs.
65-yarder, 29-12. Excuse me, 28-12. Monarch lead.
Argolin ran him down from behind.
Argolin was chasing, trying to bring him down, went for the laces. Unfortunately, Tuska just kept pumping those legs and kept on trucking.
Trying to make it 30-12 here.
2-point conversion lined up.
Back in the backfield.
They're going through the air again to Tuska. Brings it down for the 2-pointer. Extends the lead 30-12 here before the half.
Score, Monarchs 30 and the Wolverines 12.
Monarchs on top of the Wolverines. We've got 60 seconds. You're listening to this game at Home Country 101.
18.
How old was that guy?
22 points, I believe, is
The ambulance were coming from the other day.
is what Tuska has all to himself.
I just heard about it today.
Coming out of a brig, I didn't mean to.
24 points, excuse me. He has 3 2-point conversions, so 24 points all to himself out of the total of 30 points for the Monarchs. Again, Tuska is taking his team on his back on offense. Now the Wolverines going to get the ball back with about 14 seconds left before the half. Unfortunately for Herreid Selby, Warner will start with the ball on the other side of halftime. You'd think the Monarchs here would probably squib kick it to keep a long return from happening, setting up the blockers.
Once again, welcome back to Selby as the Wolverines trail 30-12. Monarchs down 14 minutes in the first period.
Tuska's lining up the kick.
As he lines it up, and again, we said before, this time he's on the
And moving up to the ball, spreading out the coverage men. Here comes the kick. It is going to be on the ground, taken right up almost an onside. I'm not sure he was really kicking it that way. I think he just squib kicked it. It's going to be recovered by Tanner Letch right at close to midfield, at the 49-yard line. Minimal time came off the clock, 12 seconds left. Wolverines could have a chance to go deep on a couple if they opt to. Looks like they're coming into a shotgun formation. We got 2 receivers each side. Fiedler's in the backfield with Gehring. He has it. 3-step drop. Has to unload it. Nobody was there, but we got flags in the secondary. I think it's going to be against Trayton Peck. Thrown in that vicinity. Could be some pass interference or some defensive holding. I'm not sure. 10 seconds is where the clock stops. Still waiting on the signal from Stripes.
10 yards, sorry.
Where the flag is, it'd only be 1 yard to go.
We've got a defensive holding, I think, on the secondary. So it'll be 10 yards and a first down here.
10 yards from the line of scrimmage, and it'll be an automatic first down. And so that'll be
First and 10.
So that's going to spot the ball at the 41-yard line. It's an automatic first, so moving the ball downfield. Wolverines getting that much closer. They have to hustle up onto the ball. You got 8 seconds on the clock here. Again, same formation. 2 wide each side. Gehring's the lone back. Fiedler has it. Here comes the pressure from Warner. Has to unload. Can't hold on to it. Tipped, and it was intended for Cooper Schaefbauer. A little bit off the wrong shoulder. And they're going to have the ball stops the clock with 3 seconds left. So it looks like, of course, the Wolverines probably will air it towards the end zone, see what exactly will happen here.
out there.
The way it's been going, I wouldn't see any reason why you wouldn't just line up in the double wing and just give it to Gehring. He's broken some big yards, been close to some scores. So it's shotgun again, same formation. Fiedler drops back, unloads. As the horn sounds, incomplete, looking for Logan Schaefbauer. That's going to end this first half. Wolverines started to climb back. They still trail now by 18, 30-12. Warner leads Herreid Selby at the half here. The first round of the Class 9A playoffs on American News Live Sports. We'll be back in just about 15 minutes here from Selby.
Second try, 868. 868. Please report to the first net.
I'm sorry, what was that again? 860. That's half. 88, water coming. Okay. Thank you, sir. Okay, this is 30-12. There's $30.
Session stand is open in the west of the football field. Your restrooms are open in the gym lobby.
Okay, how far back?
868.
Nothing, bottom of the winner. We'll do Wessington all o'clock.
I don't think there's too many good games here tonight. You can turn the light on or not.
If you'd like to, sure.
No. Can I take a nap?
How about another shot?
No, I'm good. That's the problem with hot chocolate, is it makes you breath smell like you know that. So this should be. Oh. Where are we at on the list here?
Do you have any Aleve or Tylenol or anything
On me? I might have ibuprofen. Is that?
That's fine.
Okay.
Anything, whatever. There's a couple guys who need them, so.
Sweet. Second round. Oh, that's. Not saying it looks like very good person.
Where'd your kids go today?
I had them in the truck. Truck and grains.
Okay.
Yeah, they fell asleep and they were up and then they playing with the sleeper and then they found out that they don't like it when Daddy hits the brakes.
Oh, okay. I know sometimes when I'm in the truck too, and the kids are lying to me.
I'm not going
Oh,
anywhere.
no. So did you have your boy all day?
No, I had Darcy Fiedler.
Oh, okay. Becky was gonna watch. Becky Nelson? Yeah. She was gonna watch him, but I said, I think it's sitting in the truck because of music and everything else. They had fun. Okay. Chilly.
Yeah. My kids, they always love being out there.
Brody loves being in a tractor or a sprayer, but he will not make 10 minutes, usually.
They're a great help Saturday putting up with them. Oh, geez,
Oh, they were? Oh, well, you're being actual.
Yeah, they loved it.
All right, welcome
Thought this would be a little
back.
more
Halftime here at
higher
Selby
scoring.
as the
Well,
Wolverines trail
pretty good, but-
Yeah.
Monarchs 12-30.
They'd be a little more even.
Tell you what, a lot of things that we see going on,
Mike's still alive,
Kevin,
so.
is defense. Defense obviously the number one opportunity here. And offense had a tough time getting it going right away, but things seem to be working for them so far. What are you seeing out there in terms of what they can work on or what they need to have go on so far tonight?
Well, definitely they need to work on their defense. Like I said before,
Gregory
the
O.
last two
Clark,
games,
9-6.
they've given up 900 yards in the last two games. And if you expect to be one of the playoff contenders in this thing, you can't give up 900 yards in 2 games. And they're also giving up 80 points in the last 2 games. So right there shows you that the defense is more important than scoring the points.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially when you got a running back in the backfield like Tuska that you're trying to go against. You got to find something to stop him. But what do you suggest? I mean, right now they've got quite a few yards under Peck's belt, and they've got quite a few yards under Tuska's belt. Now, when you talk about the passing, all they've done is aired it up and let Tuska go get it, and he's going to get it every time. Because, well, I don't know about every time. Fiedler did stop him once, but the kid, he's huge. I mean, he's absolutely huge. He's the size that he needs to be for college, and I fully expect him to continue on. Opportunities for him. I'd like to see him fire a little bit faster, a little quicker off the ball, a little bit better jab step as you're hitting that line of scrimmage. But otherwise, I mean, the kid's got speed, he's got size, he's got everything going for him. So, what do you do as a defense? Do you switch to a man-on-man, or do you just split him back and go to a zone and keep a guy home?
Well, like when they split him out on the wideouts out on the side, chances are he's gonna get the ball for a pass. But you gotta get some pressure on the quarterback. By the time he's not real fast coming off the line, so if you can get some pressure on the quarterback before he can get turned around and look at the ball, that would definitely help. But they haven't had no pressure on the quarterback all night.
Yeah, and there's that up front battle that Koster's talked about. They're going to need to win something up front, and expect to see something different come out of the defense as they come out, because you know that the coaching staff for the Wolverines are definitely going to get after it. I mean, it's something I didn't say earlier, but the Wolverines are coached by Jeff Koster, your head coach, and Chris Heddick, Kenny Pudville, Clayton Randall, Lance Vandervorst, and Justin Karst, and the Warner Monarchs. They're going to be coached by Kerwin Haley and Keith Canupi. Sounds good. And also Derek Haley, Jason Jones, Rob Erickson, Brad Heath, and Doug Griffith. So alone, the two coaching staffs could probably put on pads and field a 9-man football game. But I mean, other than that, you got to expect what's going on in the right now in the huddles. A lot on the Wolverine side is, hey guys, make your, first of all, linemen continue blocks. Let's give Brady a little bit more time to throw the ball. And second of all, guys, I need you to defense to win up front. And then in secondary, I need you guys to make sure nobody gets that football, or at least hit and wrap up and hang on tight. So
I did hear before the game that Tuska is going to NDSU next year.
Oh, he is. Oh, NDSU. So it's an actual, wow.
I did hear that before the game, that he is on his way to NDSU. His brother's already playing out there, so he's going to have to join his brother.
And if you don't follow college football, NDSU is a great place to go. They're on fire again this year and in search for their third title, I believe. Fourth title. And they're getting ready, or did destroy my alma mater, so that's fine if that's the way they want to be. But other than that, halftime scores around the area, though. Again, Potter County 20-8 is the halftime score, and Langford, Potter County on top, so Utes right now. And the halftime score 24 to 6. Langford on top of Eureka Fauno. That game again on Star 99. Our score here, 30-12. Warner Monarchs still on top of the Wolverines. The Monarchs will get the ball coming up after this half. Okay, let's take, what do you say we take 3 minutes then on this one? You guys just cut into a break, will you? Whatever.
You thought you were done?
No, yeah, he just, the funny thing is he's normally not paying attention. Today he's in Florida. Let's see, northwest 16 miles. Feels like 35 degrees. Duh. Did he say something? Are you there? Oh, okay. How you doing? Doing good. You got your money on this game. I'm not. Oh, let's see. You're giving this 3, right? 3 minutes? Okay, so that means 2, 3. We'll make it halfway through. That's all right. We're doing good then. The second time, so we'll get our sponsors taken care of tonight. I think we're doing right there, and then yeah, we'll come back and hang it, and then we'll probably do another 60 before we get rolling. Well, we're gonna put another 3 on, is that right?
Probably, because
No,
they
no,
won't get out
yeah.
here.
So they'll put another 300 and we'll bring it back to
Start with
football.
football.
From there,
State says no. You want your official communication?
They're not watching us. They're not watching us. I know that, but they don't need a 15-minute half. They need an 18-minute half.
This is bad.
Sometimes I didn't even know
well,
about
we're
myself.
plugging in more coming up. That's why we're coming back.
I wanted the same thing.
Get ready.
So don't worry.
Yeah.
So is this for both teams?
If
Whoever
it wins
wins,
out the way it goes, those are the most likely candidates, yeah. Because those are the top 3.
But whoever wins here would have to go to there.
Chances are, if they win out. If these 3, if Phillip wins, then yeah, chances, because they're gonna redraw all the points. If Phillip wins, they're at the top, this team would be at the bottom. But, there's one team I think.
Where you go
lower than
next
these
week,
guys.
next round? Someplace close?
Timberlake.
I don't know.
Timberlake's
We'll have to see how the reseeding goes.
Yeah.
Looks
Timberlake's
like
a team lower.
we were trying to figure it out before we left, and I know
Yeah,
every
reseed, yeah.
win, so we'll probably do that game. at
So
least.
Timberlake's the only
They'll still
lower power
host.
points, they would go to the
If
number
the
1,
other team,
but there's no way they're gonna win, so these guys would have the lowest, either team.
But we'll probably
Welcome
that
back
game,
here,
and then
halftime, Johnson
I'll
Memorial
find out
Field.
tonight, I guess.
Selby,
Everybody else,
South
yeah.
Dakota. Again, the Warner Monarchs 30, and the Herreid Selby Wolverines 12, and we are again
Hopefully
in
something close
halftime.
like
So
this.
we talked a little bit about football, and so on and so forth. And again, here back at the station, I want to say a big thanks to Derek for taking care of our nice job he's doing. And again, a big thank you, Mr. Kevin Bogart. You guys know this Hoagie.
For me at least.
From Hoagie's Bar and Grill in Glenham. And I tell you what, you had the opportunity last year to get together, and this year one more time, and it's always fun. I hope you guys have enjoyed the broadcast. According to some of the messages, text messages and tweets we've gotten so far, I'd have to say a lot of you haven't probably maybe enjoyed it a little too much, but I'm not trying to name any names, James Smith, but we're going to go back to what we got going on this weekend. You've got quite a celebration going on. Well, first of all, let's talk about Saturday. You're special every Saturday.
Yeah, I had it
Last
there
week
for a while. I
was
haven't turned
pork
it back
chops. Last time I had your pork chops, right? Last time I had your pork chops on Cumberland Spoon.
Yeah,
This
that's
week,
how
what
I'm
is it
doing
this
it.
week?
Prime rib this week.
The famous prime rib.
I didn't get much. Almost had the first quarter.
Have it. If you have it, you know what he's already
About
talked
7
about.
hour
It comes to you. It's I will say,
That's what I think.
pretty, safely for me, I'm just saying, they're not gonna put it on, but comes to you just absolutely ready to cook it forever, don't you? I mean, just tenders, maybe.
Well, we usually put it in the night before and we put it in the piece of equipment that slow cooks it all night long. It doesn't shrink it, but it comes out perfect every time.
Do you see something in your name? It is absolutely great. Every time I have it, and I'll put it on the brand.
Yeah, we do brand all of our prime ribs, so it does come out with a Hoagie's brand on it, so.
Yeah, all right. Hey, well, the night before you put it in, the special cookers, you have a rub as well, right?
Yeah.
And what's in the rub?
Well, we got a little bit of this and a little bit of that.
I knew it. I can't ever get this guy. It's I'll tell you what, but it is good. You guys have a Saturday night, we're gonna have that prime rib. But I'll tell you what, before Saturday night, Friday night, we're gonna have ourselves a little bit of a shindig. We're gonna have ourselves a Halloween costume party.
Yeah, we will have broadcast partner here, Mr. Spencer Gosh over there.
Candy Shoot's coming too.
Oh my.
we are both gonna be there. We will both cook you, Jay. So we did that last year. It was awesome.
You get
I mean,
more trouble
people
than I would.
literally the most fun I've ever had.
You'd have to escape the kid.
And you can come dressed up, and I didn't hear what your costume was gonna be. Yours and Andy's costume was gonna be.
Well, yeah, maybe. I mean, you know, last year I went as you.
I know.
That was the last second deal, but it was still fun. But yeah, no,
I'm not gonna let everybody know
My
what
costume
you're
figured
coming
out of that.
There might be a
Basically
costume
wearing this
change in
coat,
the
green
middle of
pants,
it.
and
Yes.
another hat that I own, and we Fidel Castro.
it's funny.
Yeah.
No matter what, it's
Easy.
funny.
Easy to do.
Here comes you, Kevin. That's no bad too. And then
Probably get a
watching
cigar
her
from
when
Kessler.
she's embarrassed of what he's wearing.
I love cigars, so no problem there.
Other than that, tell you what, that's going to be
We'll
going
have to
on
smoke it
this
like
Friday. Come dressed up, come not
on
dressed up.
stage, but I can
Wear
smoke
your
before.
street clothes, have ourselves a good time. And that's going to be Friday night. The music will start at 9 o'clock.
Maybe I'll get a huge cigar, get a black and mild, it's smaller.
That one you don't want to
Good
get that
enough.
early because you're cooking a piece of meat for that amount of time. You know, it's not like you can go back 24 hours and go on more. He usually has enough, but just in case, he runs out, you make sure you get there early. They look good. I tell you what, they're going to put 3 more minutes on the clock, so what do you say we take a 2-minute break? 2 minutes. We'll be back right here in Selby again. 30-12 our score. Warner on top of Herreid Selby. We'll be back in 2 minutes. You're listening to KML Country 101.
Thanks,
We got your
Spencer.
advertising done.
Thank you.
Hope you paid for that.
Huh?
Hope you paid for that.
He did, because I'm not paying him.
Anything for a free one, right, Kevin?
We need a nap or maybe a few more touchdowns either way, just to squeeze it up a little bit.
It's gonna be less games for some of you.
For me.
Me too.
The way it's looking.
Me too.
Can't be tired,
Another 18.
I actually have to do
Right?
stuff.
6. Yeah. 18 more points, be over 35.
But, we need to bring this back.
Alright.
We need to more
Welcome back to the American News Live Sports coverage of Class 9A first round state playoffs here on American News Live Sports live in Selby, where Warner right now on top of Herreid Selby 30-12 with that 18-point lead. Started to come alive there at the end of that first half. Herreid Selby hung in there though with them though. They did not get discouraged and came away with a score in their last offensive possession. This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School activities. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way this game is played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association. And tonight's game is brought to you by NVC, Internet for All of Brown and Spink County. For just $14.95 per month for 6 months, you'll receive the fast and reliable Internet service you've come to expect. Call 725-1000 for more details or stop into an NVC store near you. Offer for new Internet customers only. NVC, proud sponsor of American News Live Sports. And American News Live Sports would like to thank all of our sponsors: NVC, Aberdeen Orthopedics, C&B Operations, Campbell County Bank, The Den in Selby, Farm Forum, Farmers Union Oil in Chelsea and Millette Travel Plaza, Herreid Value Market, Jack Worley Auction Services, Northern Plains Co-op in Gettysburg and Selby, Outdoor Forum, Pearson Ford, Roadhouse Bar and Grill, Shorty's One Stop, Stoic Food Center, Subway, Timeout Lounge, and Warwick County Implement. Thank you to all of our sponsors. It was a back and forth early first quarter, and then all of a sudden both teams started to get their footing under them. Warner a little bit more than Herreid Selby, but the Wolverines battled back. Of course, who else has been on the scoreboard the most but Mr. Derek Tuskey has 24 of his team's 30 points right now, including some big kick returns and long runs. We'll see how we go here to start this third quarter as Warner will start with the ball. Argoland gets his team ready to go.
Let's go.
It's done a very good job. They're only going to send one guy into the back, though.
Here's the kick. It's going to go deep over to the right side. Going to be fielded by Evangelisto. Goes right in the middle of the field, still on his feet. Finally brought down around the 20-yard line. That's where the Monarchs pick up 1st and 10. Tyler Roselle, the quarterback for the Monarchs, has called a pretty good game tonight. When he's had to throw on the run, he has been able to connect. He's hit Derek Tuska several times for some two-point conversions and some accurate passes in the middle. But, of course, Tuska has been the focal point of this Monarchs offense. It could be a lot worse. We've seen some tackles in the open field made by some Wolverines on Tuska. So the defense is trying to stay as much as they can with the Monarchs powerhouse running back. Fake pitch in the backfield and nowhere to go for Peck. Wrapped up on the line by number 50, Ethan Dybert. Dybert on the left side saw Peck in motion, followed him across the formation. They did the fake pitch to Tuska, drops him for a loss of 4. That'll bring up 2nd down and 14. Nice job by Dybert, staying home and following his assignment. Now one split each side for Roselle, who's under center. And the Wolverines are going to get called, it looks like, on the offsides. They had the hard count on the line, drew them off.
Offside against the Wolverines.
I'm going to move them back up 5.
Second and 9.
Within the sticks, that now brings them up 2nd and 9.
The temperature has dropped to 43 degrees. It says it feels like
Roselle comes back in.
35 degrees outside. The wind is on the northwest at 17 miles an hour. Wind could be a factor.
Roselle back under center. He's got 2 split to left. That's the short side of the field. They're going to give it right up the middle to Tuska. He bounces off 1, follows his blockers. He's going down the sidelines. No one in front of him. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds. He picked up the 1st down, but they're going to say he went out.
He went up for a 1st down.
Let's see it about the 30. It's
1st and 10 at the 36 yard
going to be at the 36-yard line. So, a little bit of help from the sidelines there for the Wolverines, as Tuska was pretty much beating everybody out of the blocks, and he would have had an easy score.
First and 10 for the Monarchs. Now at their own 36-yard line.
He did get hit in the backfield.
Monarchs on their own 36-yard line. 1st and 10. Handed off into the backfield. That was to Furman. Wolverines trying to strip it as he came across the line. Tackle was going to be made by Karsten Gearing. Now 2nd down and 6.
Gain of 4 brings up 2nd and 6.
4-yard pickup by Furman. He's had some moderate touches here tonight. Of course, Tuska has had the majority of the carries. He is now the front of the wishbone. Here comes some backers on the blitz. Giving right up to Furman in the middle. He quickly hit hard by number 66, Tanner Lesh. You can hear that one all the way up here in the press box. A big smack right in the middle. Furman and Lesh causing some thunder out on that field. 1-yard pickup, 3rd down and 5. Wishbone again. This time Tuska's the left part. Oh, and he's going to go a little early. That'll be a false start on the Monarchs.
Taking back 5 yards, so it'll be 3rd and about 10. Roselle now will run back to the sideline. And
Scoreboard update is brought to you by C&B Operations with 4 great locations to serve you in Miller, Gettysburg, Roscoe, and Selby. Bonhomme leads Winter 14-0 with 4:25 left in the 3rd. 33-0 Roncalli leads Redfield Dolan with 6:10 left in the 3rd. Langford 24, Eureka Battle 12, almost to the end of the 3rd quarter. Sunshine Bible 8, Fate 6 at half, and Hanson 20, Phillip 12 at the half. Scoreboard update is brought to you by C&B Operations. Service is part of every deal. Shotgun formation, 3rd and 10. Roselle Looking to the left side, and could not connect with J.P. Henson, diving and falling backwards. Couldn't make it happen. He had a step on his defender. I believe that was Cooper Schaefbauer. Stops the clock at 9 minutes left in the third quarter. Just off the fingertips, a heartbreaker pass from Roselle. Now we're going to have a punt from Derek Tuska. Nobody's going, and they're trying to go for the punt block. They're going to let it go over to the left side. It's going to be a short one. They're going to say it crossed out of bounds. Still marching it back. It's going to be the 43-yard line, 1st and 10 for Herreid Selby. Good luck, Wolverines, from the gang at Walworth County Implement in Selby. Proud supporters of Wolverines football. Check us out for all your harvest needs. Walworth County Implement, exceeding expectations and a dealer of choice for our customers. So the Wolverines came alive and stopped the Monarchs on 3rd down, forced the punt. They have pretty decent field position. Here comes the backers. Drops the running back for a loss of about 3. That was Gehring on it. Tackle is going to be made by McNeil. 2-yard loss. Now brings up 2nd and 12. Jark Worley Auction Services specializes in real estate, farm, and antique auctions. Call them at 605-225-1828 to find out what they can do for you. Jark Worley Auction Services wishes the Monarchs good luck. Pitch into the backfield of Logan Schaefbauer. Gets back to the middle of the field, or almost to the original line of scrimmage. We're going to say he crossed over, so that'll bring up now 3rd down and 9.
Third down and about 9 for the Wolverines at their own 44-yard.
Wolverines on their own 44-yard line, trying to break midfield again. First time this half.
That was the time that Wolverines are going to have to make their decision. It's going to be the last game of one of these two.
See what the Wolverines and Coach Costers have in store here. It's a 3rd and long. Fiedler's going to be in shotgun. He's got Gehring in the backfield with him. 2 split each way. Has to get rid of it as there's pressure in the backfield. Had to unload. Couldn't get his footing. The pass falls short. That'll bring up 4th down and 9. So now the Wolverines are going to be forced to punt again.
Now, recently, 24-13, and Yerigabauta will make a turnover.
Warner will get the ball back here with 7:43 left in this third quarter. Still 30-12, 18-point lead by the Monarchs. Looking to move on to the second round of these playoffs in 9A.
24-20, Langford over Yerigabauta.
Hargelin back. The kick there, it's off. Going to bounce at about the 25, staying on the grounds. Furman decides to let that one go. It's going to be spotted at about the 21-yard line. 1st and 10, Monarchs. Campbell County Bank is a proud supporter of Wolverines athletics. Campbell County Bank offers a variety of services from loans, checking and savings accounts, to online banking. Check them out at ccbank.org, home of the Campbell County Insurance Agency. Campbell County Bank, hometown banking with neighbors and friends. Member FDIC.
So, Herreid Selby, another opportunity to make a defensive stand.
That temperature is dropping too, so it's going to be a little harder to
Warner gets up on the ball, split backs. It's Wishbone. Give it onto the right side. That's Tuska to be dragged down by Vandervorst. Defensive backs coming in. That tight formation. Vandervorst listed at 140. He just brought down a back that's listed at 225. He just goes to show you, kids, you stay low and stay with it, and good things will happen. So Vandervorst brings down Tuska for a gain of nothing. That'll bring up now 2nd and 10. Split each way. They give it to Tuska, being split out to the sideline. Vandervorst couldn't bring him down. Another couple Wolverines can. He's still on his feet. Finally brought down at the 41-yard line. Tackle was made Vandervoort actually came back and brought him down. He was the initial tackler that Tuska was able to stiff arm a little bit, but he stuck with it and brought down the big running back. Good job by Vandervoort to hit that second effort tackle, but fortunately couldn't wrap him up earlier. So instead of a couple-yard gain, it was a first down. Ball on the 40-yard line. Roselle holds on to it, going to the air, looking for, and he gets his receiver, number 5. Oh, they're going to say incomplete. That was to Toms. Or no, excuse me, that's Ryan Heilman. Well, they initially said it was incomplete, but then it was ruled over and said he did catch it. So a big pickup now for the Monarchs. Moves the ball across midfield. Going to be spotted at the 30-yard line, 1st and 10 from the Roselle pass. Diving catch from Heilman. Moving the Monarchs closer and closer to red zone again. Wishbone. Wolverines. They bring 5. Almost lost by, that was Furman. I was on the run. He kind of got spun. They tackled him by his ball carrying arm. Very close to maybe even being a strip ball. 1 yard on the carry. Now 2nd down and 8. Clock still moving. 5:40 left in the 3rd.
Roselle needs to get out of the huddle.
2nd and 9, tackle by Strickland, last play.
In the wishbone.
Wishbone again. Roselle under center. Takes the snap. Drops back 3. He's going to the air. Right in there to Heilman. Touchdown, Monarchs.
Roselle on the 29-yard touchdown pass to Heilman for the Monarchs.
36-12. Warner extends this lead. Heilman picks up 29-yard touchdown score. That's his 2nd of the night. A 30-yarder earlier tonight did he reel in from Roselle. He got some great separation from his defensive back and was able to just waltz right into the end zone for the easy score. Lining up for 2, 1 split each way. Peck is the one in the backfield. To the right side, through the air, just gets a little bit in front of Furman. So the 2-point conversion is incomplete. It's now a 24-point lead, 36-12. Warner on top of Herreid Selby here in Selby in the Class 9A first round of the state playoffs.
What's that?
Farmers Union Oil in Chelsea and the Millette Travel Plaza are proud supporters in tonight's simulcast. Just off South Highway 281, the Millette Travel Plaza has all your goodies and cutting-edge alternative fuels for the latest clean energy cars and trucks. Best of luck, Big Blue, from Farmers Union Oil in the Millette Travel Plaza. We got this break in the action. It's time for another C&B Operations scoreboard update. We've got after the 3rd quarter, Langford now only leading Eureka Battle by 4, 24-20. Bonhomme leads Winter 14-0 after 3. It could be upset alert time for Winter. 40-0, Roncalli leads Redfield Dolan with 34 seconds left in the 3rd. Potter County on top of Sully Buttes, 20-8 with 6:15 left in the 3rd. Lyman leads Stanley County 30-6. And Sunshine Bible on top of Faith 8-6 at the half, and Hanson 20, Phillip 12 at the half. Scoreboard update is brought to you by C&B Operations. Check them out on the web at deerequipment.com. Tuska lines up his team. No onside kick. Taking over on the right side, Logan Shapebauer to chase it down and just fall on it. No return on that. Would be 1st and 10. Will be on the Herreid Selby 25-yard line. Best of luck to the Wolverines from the employees at Herreid Value Market. Don't forget all the fixings you need for your next big party this week, like Hormel chili, salsa, and Tostitos. Herreid Value Market, the home of Gene's homemade sausage products. Wolverines take over the ball with 5 minutes here in the third quarter. In the backfield, Cooper Schaefbauer. Up and running, still going, one man to beat, gets away, still on his feet, and there he goes. He's at the 40, the 30, the 20, 10. Nothing like a stroll through cattle country. Touchdown, Cooper Schaefbauer.
Cooper Schaefbauer, 75-yard touchdown run for the Wolverines.
75-yard touchdown.
75-yard touchdown run for Cooper Schaefbauer. Puts a little bit more hope in this Herreid Selby team.
He wrapped him up and ran right through his arms. Touchdown, Schaefbauer. 6-18 our score. 5:04 left to go in the third.
It cuts the lead in half now, 36-18. Wolverines now lining up. Looks like they're going to be going for two.
They can get back to 2 scores. There's still 5 minutes to go. And they still in the game.
Give it to Logan Schaefbauer, is being strung out towards the sideline. He dives for the pylon and he picks it up. 36-20 is now your score here in Selby. Wolverines coming back alive. They're not dead yet.
5 minutes and 4 seconds left in the third quarter. The Monarchs 36 and the Wolverines 20.
About 5 minutes left here in this third quarter. Wolverines bring this game back within almost two scores, 30-16.
No, you're not.
Northern Plains Co-op in Gettysburg and Selby is a proud sponsor of tonight's coverage of Wolverines football. At Northern Plains Co-op, we're connected to something bigger. We're committed to providing high-quality products and services while striving to be leaders in our communities. Every day, our employees work to bring our customers' visions to life. Northern Plains Co-op, people and resources you can count on, always. So just when the Monarchs went down the field to start this third quarter and picked up a score, Wolverines followed suit, went down the field as well. Some nice pickups. And it culminated with a 75-yard run from Cooper Schaefbauer, pretty much 4 or 5 plays into that drive, and a 2-point conversion from Logan Schaefbauer. So all Schaefbauers all the time here in Selby.
There's no kicking off for the Wolverines. Deep is Derek
Welcome
Prescott.
back. 36-20 our score. Monarchs on top of the Wolverines. 5:04 left to go in the third. Argolin
lining up as Argolin spreads his team. Tuska's the lone receiver in the backfield.
Get a stop here and then get another score and be right back in here.
back to
Argolin kicks it right into the middle. Takes a big bounce. Tusk has to jump. He still doesn't have it. Gives the Wolverines some time, but there he goes again. Going to be almost untouched. He's only got one man to beat. It's Argolin. He's got the 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Tuska. The Monarchs on the board again. We got a flag on the play. Not sure where it'll be.
Flag on the play.
It's going to be looks like a hold on Warner, so that one's going to go back. Oh, the Monarchs and Tuska definitely not happy about that. He says, you made me run all that way for nothing. Thanks for that flag, buddy. So the Wolverines get a little bit of help there from a blocking mistake by the Monarchs. It's going to move them back. They're going to mark it around the 22-yard line. That's where the Monarchs take over after the penalty. 1st and 10. 4:49 on the clock here in the third quarter. 16-point lead still maintained by Warner.
That's something they're going to have to start doing is, stop kicking the Tuska. No matter where he's at from here on out, I'm Argolin, I'm kicking somebody else. And I think the coaches did speak to him about that. Just, hey, we might change things up a little bit. Everyone's got that.
Double wing for Warner. Roselle's under center. Hand it off onto the right side and immediately stopped by a whole host of Wolverine tacklers. Peck on the carry. It's like brought down by Argolin. 3 yards on the carry. That'll bring up 2nd and 7.
Tackle by Tiger.
25-yard line.
Linebackers for the Wolverines came up and plugged a lot of those gaps. Nowhere for Peck to run on that. Just had to try to power his way through. He was able to get 3 yards. I'm actually pretty surprised he was able to get that many. Now through the air, Roselle being chased out of the pocket, throwing on the run. There was nobody over there. He was outside of the tackle box, I think, so they're not going to be calling that a they're saying that was actually tipped. And the indication is that it was a tipped pass, so no intentional grounding on that. Good job by the Wolverines to cause some havoc in that backfield.
Yeah, Schaefbauer bringing it down, so he was getting ready to throw the ball. Yeah, that probably...
Cooper Schaefbauer chasing him in the backfield, brought down Roselle. Coming from the opposite side of the formation, chasing the quarterback down. 3rd down and 8. Shotgun for Roselle. Look out for Tuska. No, he's looking to go to the right side. He throws it just right out of the hands of Furman. Good job by Fiedler, who was with his receiver the whole way. I think he might have gotten his hand in there as well. So now it's going to bring up 4th and long for the Monarchs.
Making sure that he did not bring that ball in, and here we are, Kevin. We 4th and 7 for the Monarchs.
Roselle was really telegraphing that pass a little bit. He never took his eyes off the right side of the field.
Tuska punt formation.
Tuska's going to be back to punt. Nobody is going to be receiving it for the Wolverines. They're just going to make sure it's not a fake. He's had another problem punting there as well. It's going to roll dead right about the 49-yard line. Still on the Monarch side. Only about a 30-some yard punt for Tuska, and that's where Wolverines will start 1st and 10 on the Warner 49-yard line.
Pull something on that 75 or 100-yard
Yeah, return
that guy called down.
That kid's a machine, I'll tell you what. But
Get some scores for you in just a second as Herreid Selby lines back up onto the ball to try to cut this lead even more. They still trail by 16. 5-step drop. Fiedler's got to do something with it. He's being chased in the backfield. Oh, almost a one-handed catch by Logan Schaefbauer. Falls incomplete. Scoreboard update is brought to you by C&B Operations. Check them out on the web at deerequipment.com. At the end of 3, Faulkton leads Hitchcock-Tulare 48-8. On 4th and goal, Eureka Battle held off Langford. Takeover on downs with 8 to go in the 4th. I believe it's still 24-20. Langford on top. After 3, Roncalli on top of Redfield Dolan 40-0. Scoreboard update was brought to you by C&B Operations. Check them out on the web at deerequipment.com. Fiedler is going to be in the shotgun. Screen over to the flats to Logan Schaefbauer, trying to find him some room to run. He's ankle tackled by number 3, J.P. Henson.
Tackled by Henson.
They're going to spot him down after a pickup of 5. That now brings up 3rd and 5. Wolverines doing what they can to move down the field. Relying on the legs of Logan Schaefbauer. They haven't seen many passes to the flats tonight. They've been pretty fairly open. Neither team has really used that area of the field much. Power eye. In the backfield, Logan Schaefbauer has enough, I believe. It's going to be enough for the 1st down. Finally had to be brought down by about 3 different Monarchs. Tackle was made by Tyler Roselle.
1st and 10 for the Wolverines at the Monarchs.
5th tackle tonight made by the Monarch safety. But it moves the chains for the Wolverines, more importantly, for Herreid Selby. 2:30 on the clock. They're on the move. Warner, of course, still with this 16-point lead.
great job sticking with what works. Now trying to switch it up. 24 by 46-20 our score. One on top of Herreid Selby.
Only 3 down linemen. Tuska's going to come across from the position. He hands it off to Schaefbauer. That means nobody's home in the middle. He's still going. He's got one man to beat. That's Peck who brings him down. Big gain by Logan Schaefbauer.
Did you get out for another 1st down?
With only 3 down linemen, Coach Hayline decided he was going to bring the middle linebacker, Derek Tuska. And that's exactly where Schaefbauer was able to find room. As Tuska held on to Fiedler, it was a great timed handoff from Fiedler to Schaefbauer. He ran right through where Tuska usually stands, a lot of open space, picks up a really big gain and a first down. It looks like we're going to have a timeout on the field. Ref coming over here. They might. Looks like we're having problems with the scoreboard here. Resetting it now to 1:50 on the clock. A little clicker thing seems to have taken the play off there. It's gotten a little colder up here in the press box, but not too bad. Not enough for equipment malfunction here. We got time reset on the clock. And we are going here. 1st and 10 on the 14-yard line for Herreid Selby. They're in power I formation in the backfield. Cooper Schaefbauer right through the middle, gets away, just drives his man across the goal line. Touchdown, Wolverines. Schaefbauer just put his head down and laid the wood on that Monarch defender. Now that cuts the lead to 10, 36-26. Schaefbauer was met with resistance at the 5-yard line by Ryder Furman, and he just drove him back across the goal line for the score.
They punched us in for 2, and it will be a 1-score game, 26-36. Our score, Warner on top.
Power I. Hit it in the backfield. Logan Schaefbauer. It's going to be close. He crosses for the 2-pointer. We've got us a little bit closer of a game here. It's now 36-28, a 1-score and a 2-point conversion lead by Warner. These Wolverines will not go quietly. Plenty of time left in this game. Minute 34 left in this third quarter. Starting to see more of the game that we thought we were going to see here tonight from Selby. Roadhouse Bar and Grill in Herreid is a proud sponsor of Wolverines football. TripAdvisor.com gives 4.5 stars and says it's worth stopping, an excellent value. Nationwide Traveler says, what a find. Great people and great food. Can you ask for more? Indulge in Roadhouse Friday and Saturday prime time prime rib special. Roadhouse Bar and Grill in Herreid. Smoke 'em Wolverines. And timeout. Make a great call for great burgers and drinks at the Bar and Grill at Timeout Lounge in Selby. Wolverines, stop them in their tracks. Timeout Lounge in Selby. Great people, great drinks, great food, great karaoke, and always a great time. Another scoring drive by the Wolverines cuts this lead down to 6 now with a minute 34 left in the third.
All right, welcome back.
Tuska and I believe Evangelisto back to receive the kick from Argolin.
1:34 left to go. 36-28. Wolverines will kick to the Monarchs, and I've got to expect Argolin to take it to the center field.
Last time Argolin kicked it deep, ended up going to Derek Tuska, and he almost broke away about a 100-yard return, but there was a holding penalty. So we'll see where they instructed him to kick. It's going to be squibbed, but they're going to let it go all the way back to Tuska, and that could be trouble for the Wolverines. He's still in the middle of the field trying to find somebody. Breaks away from one tackler. Here comes 2 or 3. Finally corralled at the 35-yard line, but we've got flags in the backfield behind the runner. Looks like it might be a block in the back call.
Blocking back call against the Monarchs.
It's going to be a hold call, I believe, on the Monarchs, so that will move them back 10 more yards, back to the 25. 1st and 10, Warner.
21-yard line.
Herreid Selby defense has come up with a couple stops as of late this quarter. They forced some punts. We'll see if they can do it again. This game has gotten way closer. First and 10. Ball on the 20.
He's got Foreman to the left. And they split.
Power eye. In the backfield to Tuska. He's got some room. Got a blocker. Has to get away from a couple Wolverines. Tripped up at the 45-yard line.
By Logan.
Logan Schaefbauer went low and brought him down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Like another big gain picked up by Derek Tuska. Got away from one tackler. Logan Schaefbauer stayed home and went low. The smart move on the defensive back for the Wolverines. Under center. Roselle gets a snap. Pitches in the backfield to Tuska. Immediately knocked down by Carson Vandervorst. The scourge of Derek Tuska so far tonight. I think he's brought him down about 4 separate times. Vandervorst just somehow has Derek Tuska's number tonight. Knocked him back a yard. Now that's second down 11. Power eye formation. One split each way for Roselle, who's under center again. Fake handoff. Vandervorst had almost went in for the sack. Disrupted the play. Overthrow to Heilman. Vandervorst hurrying up the quarterback. Stops the clock. 26 seconds left in the third. It's now third and 11. Vandervorst, the freshman, making some noise out there for the purple and gold.
This game's warming up so much that the people in the stands are just as warm as Wormy sitting in his car.
So it's going to be wishbone formation.
Roselle come back under center. He's got 11 to make for
Herreid Selby. They bring 3 backers. They give it to Tuska. Meet him right in the middle, and they stuff him right before he could get to midfield at the 49. Big defensive stop there for the Wolverines. This game is just getting more exciting by the moment. Now it's fourth down around midfield. What's Coach Hayline going to call here? He's had some problems with Tuska's leg on the punts. Been given the Wolverines decent field position, but we're going to let the clock run out, and that's the end of 3. Wolverines have cut this lead down to 8 here in Selby. Warner leads Herreid Selby 36-28 here on American News Live Sports.
Timeout. Did they wait?
Drink a bottle when it
No, they're on. Did they wait?
The STHSAA asks you, what do basketball, marching band, and drama club have in common? They all offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom, while taking up just a fraction of a typical high school budget. Activities help give young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities are more than extracurricular, they are extra important too. And tonight's game is brought to you by NVC, Internet for All of Brown and Spink County. For just $14.95 per month for 6 months, you'll receive the fast and reliable internet service you've come to expect. Call 725-1000 for more details or stop to an NVC store near you. Offer for new internet customers only. NVC, proud sponsor of American News Live Sports. Johnson Memorial Field in Selby. It's a 8-point lead by Warner. 36-28. We're in the final quarter of play. I think we're trying to get another car to turn their lights off or something over there on the other side of the end zone.
Please turn your headlights off in the east end zone, please.
And we got that figured out. Now it's a fourth down situation. It's going to be a punt from Tuska. Hasn't gone very far. Again, the Wolverines are not going to drop anybody back. This time it's a much better punt. Stays in, and it's going to be down, around the 4-yard line.
Down by the Monarchs.
So, good punt from Derek Tuska. About a 40-yard punt. So that's where the Wolverines will start their first series of this fourth quarter. Hey, how about some scores coming to you? The scoreboard update brought to you by C&B Operations.
In anticipation there. And Wolverine.
Groton leads Mobridge Pollock 34-0 with 7 minutes left in the game. Bonhomme looks like they might take the game away from Winter 14-0 with 7:16 left. 46-0 Ron Colley on top of Redfield Doland. Hand it off in the backfield. Logan Schaefbauer picks up 1 on the carry.
Cooper on the carry.
Excuse me, Cooper Schaefbauer. That'll bring up 2nd and 6.
4 brings up 2nd and 6.
6 at their own 9-yard line.
Eureka Battle has come back from behind and beaten Langford 26-24 in an upset here in this first week. Couple more scores here in just a second. Double wing formation. Right up the middle, and there goes Gehring yet again. He just squirts through another big pickup. Brought down at the 24-yard line. Tackle made by Peck, but not before Gehring can pick up another first down. Woonsocket, Weston Springs, Sanborn Central 44, Platte, Geddes, Dakota Christian 8 after 3. In the final, Ron Colley takes care of Redfield Dolan 46-0. This scoreboard update is brought to you by C&B Operations, where service is part of every deal. 1st and 10 on the 24-yard line. It looks like we're going to have an offsides maybe on Warner. I don't know. It could either be that or a false start. We'll see what happens here.
Easy 5 yards for the Wolverines. And actually, it was going to be...
Well, there's a little bit of conference going on by the refs. Either deciding what the penalty was or what they're going to get on their pizza after the game. And we're going to say it's going to be an offsides on Warner. That'll move them up 5 more yards. That'll bring up 1st and 5. Stoic Food Center in Selby would like to wish the Wolverines best of luck tonight. Serving the Selby area since 1955. Stoic Food Center, great small town service with a big smile. So they're under center again, I formation. In the backfield, Logan Schaefbauer looking to get towards the sidelines. We got flags, though. Runs out of bounds, the 43-yard line, but we've got something in the backfield. I think it's going to be against Herreid Selby. Negate that big run from Schaefbauer. It will be a hold on the Wolverines.
Yeah, he was just outside everybody.
1st and 15. So coming up here, the Wolverines, that's a bad one. So they're going to go all the way back to their 16-yard line. So it'll be
So that'll move them back first and 15 now at the 16-yard line. Not where the Wolverines wanted to start. They had a nice big pickup from Gehring. See if they decide to do on this play. We've got double wing in the backfield. They give it to Logan Schaefbauer. Good pickup. That'll bring up now 2nd and manageable at least. It'll probably be 2nd and 8. Brought down by Trayton Peck. Got a lot of tackles to his credit here tonight. He's got 6 by my count. One of the defenders doing it for Herreid Selby. Excuse me, for Warner.
36-28 again our score. Warner on top of Herreid Selby.
Still an 8-point lead by the Monarchs, with the Wolverines trying to get a score on this drive, but the Monarchs gave them nowhere to run on that one, as Cooper Schaefbauer, I think, is going to lose a yard or 2. That'll bring up now 3rd and 8.
3rd and 8.
Ball spotted on the 25-yard line. 9:30 left in this game.
36-28 our score. Again, Warner on the top.
Wolverines back up onto the line. Power I. They're going to be thrown to the air just out of the reach of Cooper Schaefbauer, was the intended receiver. So now 4th and 8. We'll see exactly what Coach Costers wants to do. You would think he would punt here. They're this far deep into their own territory. Unfortunately, that holding penalty really took him out of much of offensive rhythm. Brought back Gehring on a nice pickup. Argelin on to kick. Furman has to go back around midfield. Argelin has it. Kick is up. It's going to be a line drive taken right to 50 through the hands of Furman. He's able to hold on to it. Comes a whole bunch of purple, but he's able to get through several tacklers. Finally brought backwards around the 45-yard line. That's where Warner takes over, still in Herreid Selby territory.
At the 43-yard line.
With just under 9 minutes to play here in the game.
First and 10 for the Monarchs at Wolverine, 43-yard line. Warner 36, Herreid Selby 28.
The Den in Selby extends best wishes to the Wolverines. The Den is under new management and excited about some great changes. Don't miss the Den's 250 beers on Halloween. Only for those of age. Best of luck, Wolverines. Wolverines bringing the backers. They meet Tuska, but he's able to still get through. On his feet, still going, gets away from 2-3 tacklers. He's got one man to beat, gets across for the touchdown.
Tuska, 43-yard run for the Monarchs.
Yard run from Tuska.
Tuska with a 46-yard touchdown run.
You gotta stop that, man. When you stop that,
Extends this lead back out 36. Excuse me.
He was stopping back, but he shook off a couple tackles.
It's going to be 40.
Going after his legs, and he just put a stiff arm out and pushed him away.
yeah, he is.
42-28 is now your score.
They're looking to punch it in now.
So now lining up for the two-pointer. Through the air, Roselle tried to zip it over to the right side, but it falls incomplete. But not before the damage has been done here in Selby. 42-28. Warner extends this lead here with 8:46 left on the clock here in the first round of the playoffs, Class 9A in Selby. Remember, at the end of tonight's game, we give away our Subway of Aberdeen Player of the Game Award. It's given to the athlete who contributes the most to their team during tonight's Game of the Week. Player receives a free t-shirt and sub, courtesy of Subway of Aberdeen. 2 of your favorite subs are now October values. Grab a 6-inch Black Forest ham for only $3 or a $5 foot-long meatball marinara. Only at Subway. Eat fresh. Well, right now, I mean, Derek Tuska looks like he might be on his way to another t-shirt and sub. I mean, he's just racking up those the Player of the Game awards in the several years that he's been playing at Warner. And of course, game is not over yet. The Wolverines have shown a lot of fight here tonight, especially in the second half, cutting that lead down to 8. So we'll see they get the ball back here, what they can do. They can move it downfield, maybe get another score, and get the ball back. Still plenty of time here in this game. Schaefbauer and Argelin to receive the kick from Tuska and the Monarchs.
Tuska will have the opportunity to put one deep.
You know, we've seen plenty of big plays tonight, so
Tuska lines him up.
it could be an interesting game.
Kicks it deep. Argelin's going to come away with it. He was about at the 15. He's up, still going, still up on his feet at the midfield. Jukes 1, 2, 3 guys, at 4 of them pile him down right at the 46, the 42-yard line. Well, they'll move him up to the 44. That'll be 1st and 10. Herreid Selby, great field position, about a 34-yard return from Argelin.
Wolverines need to score a big way.
Shorty's one stop in Selby wishes the Wolverines the best. When in Selby, don't stop short. Make it Shorty's one stop for your gas and goodies. Now the Wolverines looking to gas up their offense here. Pick up a score, maybe get the ball back again. Double wing formation to Fiedler. Gives it right up the middle. That's Gehring. There he goes again. Another big gain at the 40, brought down at the 35 by Peck.
Out of bounds on by Peck.
Karsten Gehring, just a name that I'm not sure any of us thought we'd be calling as much as we have tonight. He has been coming up with big plays at big moments.
That's the fastest I've seen Gary run in
Ball's on the 34-yard line, 1st and 10. Wolverines on the move again. Power eye. We have it to Logan Schaefbauer. Finds a hole. Gets across. He's at the pickup of about 5. That'll bring up second and 5 on the 30. Scoreboard update is brought to you by C&B Operations. Serves as part of every deal with 2:51 left. Bonholm on top of Winter, 20-0. Potter County leads Sully Buttes 26-8 with 2:19 left. And a final, Faulkton 54, Hitchcock Tulare 8. Scoreboard update is brought to you by C&B Operations, where service is part of every deal. In the backfield, a Cooper Schaefbauer. Still going and somehow gets closer to the first down. I think he's going to be short by 1, but it looked like he was going to be stopped after a gain of 2. Nice job to keep those feet moving and just never giving up and getting across. So 3rd down and 2 now. Much more manageable here for Coach Costers and the Wolverines.
Now at the Monarch 27-yard line. 3rd down, 4th down doesn't matter in this territory as they will go for it on both. And Fiedler now is going to go under center. He's got one man.
Double wing.
And it's Garrett.
Fiedler running out. Looking to the end zone. Logan Schaefbauer comes back for the... He's at the 1. Walks in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Logan Schaefbauer, 26-yard touchdown pass from Brady Fiedler.
26-yard touchdown pass from Fiedler to Logan Schaefbauer.
Now that particular pass...
Schaefbauer had to come back. He was in the end zone, had to come out of it. He got the ball, sidestepped his man, took a couple more steps, and was in the end zone. 42-34, Warner on top. But Herreid Selby cutting this lead down again. Lining up for the 2-point conversion with 7 minutes left on the clock in this game.
Right now, they are within 8.
Trying to make this a 6-point game here. Pitch in the backfield to Schaefbauer. Trying to find a pile, and he's got a dive! He gets across! It's now a 6-point game here in Selby. 42-36. Wolverines coming alive on offense, but now they got to do it on D as Tuska can light you up if he gets his hands on the ball in these Monarchs offense.
I got to stop calling Helen because I might be a little hoarse. Sorry about that.
Well, we got a moment. Let's run some credits on tonight's ball game because I think the last 7 minutes of this game are going to get pretty crazy. President Publisher is Corey Bollinger. Our Managing News Sports Editor is John Papanick. Digital Content Manager is myself, Will Elkins. I'd like to thank our broadcast crew, Matt Remick. Thanks to Selby Athletic Director Brian Weary. I'd like to thank viewers on AberdyNews.com Sports and readers of the American News each and every day. It's been a wild night in playoffs in South Dakota. We've seen some teams have some surprising comebacks. Right now, Herreid Selby looking to follow the lead of Eureka Bowdle, who ended up beating Langford by 2, 26-24 in the last seconds of that game. Seeing if they can come away with a victory here in similar fashion.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We got a barn burner, 7:05 with the old 4th quarter.
Argelin
Herreid Selby 36.
tees it up. See, will they go deep? Tuska's the only one back. I mean, it might just be worth it just to try to kick it as deep as you can and get it out of bounds. Take some of the yardage and not put the ball in the hands of Tuska.
I don't know. It's a call if you go either way, and I'm not going to blame the coach for making that call either way. Either way, keep it out of the hands.
Argelin looks like they're going to go for the onside, just out of the hands of Peck. The ball is loose, and they're going to say that the Monarchs did recover it. Good placement by Argelin. Just went to the front line, kind of went through his hands, but he was able to fall on it at the same time. He lost the handle, so that'll be 1st down. Monarchs at the 43-yard line.
1st and 10 for Monarchs at their own 43-yard line.
Power I formation. Here it's Selby stepping up. They pitch in the backfield to Derek Tuska. About 4 guys bring him down. Initially met by Logan Schaefbauer. Once again, Karsten Vandervorst coming in there, being part of the tackle on Derek Tuska. 2nd and 4 faced by the Monarchs, just short of midfield. Same formation, one split each way, power I. And I think we're going to have an offsides on Herreid Selby. Not what you wanted to do at this point. This point here at midfield and this late in the game, giving some free yards to Warner. I think it might be enough to pick up the first down. They will get across, so 1st and 10. Ball will be placed at the 34-yard line of Herreid Selby. Hard count by Roselle drew them off sides.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Put the ball on the 46-yard line. Clock at 6:20. Only a 6-point lead for Warner right now. Wishbone formation. Roselle comes under center. 3 down linemen for Herreid Selby. Looks like they're outside blitz coming through. They give it to Peck.
Back on the carry.
Picked up 3 on it. That'll bring up now second and 4, looks like.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Definitely has to make a stop on this possession.
So the ball staying on the ground. Clock keeps ticking. Wolverines could really use a stop here on 2nd and 3rd to try to set the pace. It's probably 4 down territory right now for the Monarchs. Power I. Here come the backers. They give it to Tuska. No one was home in the middle. He's able to dive forward for some more yardage. Brought down around the 28-yard line. Tackle was made again by Vandervorst.
At the Wolverines' 32-yard line.
So 1st and 10 on the Wolverines' 32-yard line. The Monarchs are driving yet again. Time is not on the side of Herreid Selby. 5 minutes left in this game. Tuska has been the main man for the Monarchs tonight. He is dotting the I in the power formation, one each way. That's who they give it to. Towards the right side. Trying to get out of bounds, almost knocked out. He is going to be forced out of bounds.
Run around right in. Forced out of bounds by Stubers.
On the play, could be close.
Good enough for a first down.
Gain 10 on the play, it'll be first down. So it'll be
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Wolverines 17. 153 left.
So now the ball's on the Wolverines' 17-yard line. 1st and 10. Monarchs keep chewing up the yardage. Wolverines trying to dig deep here. They give it to Tuska. He's immediately wrapped up in the backfield. Again by Vandervorst on a defensive back blitz coming around the outside edge. Who is this kid? I mean, his engine is running all the time. He's one, is not a criticism. He's one of the smallest guys out on the field, and he's making plays on possibly the biggest guy out on the field right now. So you gotta give a tip of the hat to Carson Vandervorst. So power I formation again. Roselle takes the ball. Tuska hops through, drags a couple defenders with him. He's going to be, I think, short of the first down by about 1. It's going to be 3rd down and about 3, it looks like. Right on about the 10-yard line.
Wolverines trail by 6. They need a stop or a turnover. Something neither team has done tonight.
It's been a hard-fought game. Second half, both teams really digging in. And we got a whistle on the field. I think we're going to have a timeout called by Coach Hayline and the Monarchs. Tonight, after all the games are all said and done, we're going to be reseeding these playoff brackets, and we'll tell you where we're going to end up later tonight, early tomorrow, this upcoming Thursday, I should say, in the second round of the South Dakota High School playoffs. I'm glad you've been with us all season long and into the second half of the season for playoffs on American News Live Sports. Glad to have you as always. How about some more scores that we can find them on this C&B Operations scoreboard update? The final, Potter County beats Selby Buttes 26-8. Bonhomme still on top of Winter 20-0 with 2:51 left. Woonsocket, Wessington Springs, Sanborn Central 60, Platte Geddes Dakota Christian 16. Again, final, Faulkton 54, Hitchcock Tulare 8. Eureka Battle came back from behind, beating Langford by 2, 26-24. And the final again, Ron Colley defeats Redfield Dolan 46-0. Groton on top of Mobridge Pollock 34-0. That game should be just about in the final minutes here. Another game you can see on American News Live Sports. Scoreboard Update is brought to you by C&B Operations. Service is part of every deal.
Once again, welcome back, Johnson Memorial Field Monarchs.
So Johnson Memorial Field here in Selby. The Monarchs are on the move again. They're only up by 6 right now. In the backfield, Tuska has to bounce outside. He's wrapped up, nowhere to go. It looked like tackle was made by Cooper Shapebauer. I saw the number 2 there, and I was wondering who it was actually going to be. 4th and 1 with 3:20 left in the game. This is the do-or-die situation for Herreid Selby. The stop here would give them the ball back and possibly have a chance to score, tie it, or go ahead. But they got to stop. They got to stop the Monarchs here. You can hear the crowd all the way from the other side of the field here. Roselle goes right up the middle. I don't know. Hard angle for us to see here. We're probably going to have to measure it no matter what we do. Oh, they're going to... Nope, they're going to say it was enough for the first down. No measurement needed. It'll be 1st and goal on the 6-yard line.
Clock keeps ticking, 2:52.
Roselle immediately got the ball, just ran forward behind his offensive line. They got a good push, just enough for 1. And that picked up the first down. Wolverines now trying to just give a goal line stand here. Tremendous effort all game for Herreid Selby, especially the second half. They have pretty much won this second half of this ball game. Power eye to Tuska. Nobody can hold on to him, and there's the score. Touchdown, Warner. 6-yard touchdown run for the big Warner running back.
So he's going to punch it again for another touchdown. That puts it 48-36, 2:22 left to go. Wolverines need a quick score. They need to stop here. They need a quick score.
Now 48-36, where we stand here. Lining up for 2, the double wing formation for Warner. Fake hands to Tuska, gives it to Peck, scampers across for the 2-pointer. So a 2:22 left in this game. Your score, Warner 50, Herreid Selby 36. Three deuces on the scoreboard here as we're counting down the final minutes of the first round of the playoffs here. This game just went final. Groton took care of Mobridge Pollock 41-0. Some scores down south. Vermilion 20, T area 17 in overtime. Again, Potter County took care of Selby Buttes 26-8. And last we left it, Bonhomme was leading Winter 20-0 with 2:50 left in the game. Scoreboard update was brought to you by C&B Operations. Check them out on the web at deerequipment.com. Reseeding will happen after tonight's games in South Dakota playoff brackets. We'll find out who's going where and who's playing who. And we'll let you know where we're going to be on Thursday for live sports coverage of the second round of the playoffs. More than likely, it looks like Ron Colley's going to be playing at home, as I believe they would have probably been reseeded with another home team that won tonight. Off the top of my head, I can't tell you who that is, but I think they will be hosting. So we'll more than likely have a Roncalli game for you. But where I will be, who knows? We'll let you know as soon as we do. Argoland and Schaefbauer to receive the kick from Tuska. They're going to keep it down on the ground, and it's going to be an onside. I think it's going to be recovered right at the 45. It will be recovered there. So the Monarchs hold on to the ball. Be on the 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line for Warner. That's probably going to close out this game. That is the nail in the coffin there. Other than that last score, this is the clincher. Roselle gets the ball under center, gives it to Tuska. They bring him down the 38-yard line, 42-yard line. Timeout is going to be called by Herreid Selby to stop the clock. They have a couple left to see if they can get a defensive stop and get the ball back with a little bit of time.
We'll be back here in 30
American News Live Sports would like to thank all of our sponsors on tonight's game: NVC, Aberdeen Orthopedics, C&B Operations, Campbell County Bank, The Den in Selby, Farm Forum, Farmers Union Oil in Chelsea, and the Millette Travel Plaza, Herreid Value Market, Jark Worley Auction Services, Northern Plains Co-op in Gettysburg and Selby, Outdoor Forum, Pearson Ford, Roadhouse Bar and Grill, Shorty's One Stop, Stoic Food Center, Subway, Timeout Lounge, and Walworth County Implement. Thank you to all of our sponsors. We're just minutes away from naming our Subway of Aberdeen Player of the Game award winner. They also have a free t-shirt and sub, courtesy of Subway of Aberdeen, where you can get a Black Forest ham 6-inch for only $3 or a foot-long meatball marinara for only $5. All the rest of this month, October, just a couple more days left. Only at Subway. Eat fresh. Roselle is under center. 2nd down and 6. Tuska has the ball. Holding on to about half the Herreid Selby defenders. Still up, still going. The power of Derek Tuska has been on display all night tonight. Takes about half the team with him on that carry. That will be another 1st down for the Monarchs. Ball at the 25-yard line. And we're going to have a timeout. It looks like, no, they're going to call a measurement. Referee calls I think we might have an equipment timeout, actually. Stops the clock at 2 minutes left here in this ball game.
There was 3 Wolverines that wasn't on the fire to try to bring down Tuska. The only 3 that was standing up is after they got run over, they got back up and was trying to run after the other 6.
So the clock will start again.
Clock moving again. I don't think Herreid Selby is going to call the timeout this time to stop it. Monarchs are going to really take their time and run as much time off this clock as they can.
Again, the clock will continue to burn, pending Wolverine timeout.
One split each side for Roselle, who's under center. Power eye. Here come the Wolverines on a blitz. They meet Tuska at the line of scrimmage and knock him back.
Tuska again on the carry.
Dybert makes the tackle for Herreid Selby. It's been a hard-fought game by the Wolverines to come back into this game. We're approaching 1 minute left to play here. The Monarchs will move on. Herreid Selby should be proud of their season and proud of what they did here tonight. They did not just roll over when the Monarchs started putting some points on the board and started to pull away. And when Tuska looked like he was unstoppable, they brought it back within 6. Handoff in the backfield to Peck. Down around the 30. Traden Peck comes up a little limpy, but he's back up. Tuska's sitting on the ground for quite some time. I think he's fixing his pads, though, as he gets back up. His shoe actually came off, and now he's going to have to take a breather. Herreid Selby defense saying, why couldn't your shoe have come off a couple quarters ago? So I think the Monarchs can pretty much take a knee, and this game will be done as they're now at 20 seconds left in this game. Hard-fought one out there tonight. Roselle gets under center. Hands off to to Furman, wrapped up by the Wolverines. And that's probably going to do it here from Selby, where your final score here tonight is Warner 50, Herreid Selby 36 in this first round of the playoffs. The Wolverines will move on. The Monarchs will move on. The Wolverines had a hard-fought season and a hard-fought game tonight. They didn't let it go. It was an exciting one here on American News Live Sports. Now it's time to name our Subway of Aberdeen Player of the Game Award winner. You know, I've given so many to Derek Tuska, and he did really contribute a lot to his team tonight. I mean, an 18-yard run, a 75-yard kick return, 46-yard touchdown run, another couple scores. He had, I think, 5 touchdowns just by himself. However, there's actually one more player on the Monarchs that I think was a little bit more key into this victory, and I'm going to tell you why. My rationale will make sense, I promise. Player of the game tonight is going to go to Trayton Peck. Now, here's the reason. It ended up being a close game towards the end of this, towards the end in the second half. Peck, on numerous occasions, tackled Gehring and Schaefbauer as they came across through the middle of the field and prevented touchdowns for Herreid Selby. So without Peck, this game might have actually gone in the favor of the Wolverines. He kept it close and protected that lead all night for the Monarchs. And so congratulations, Trayton Peck. You're our Subway of Aberdeen Player of the Game Award winner. We're going to see how the reseeding goes in South Dakota after tonight. We'll let you know where we end up for live sports on Thursday. Check your American News as well as AberdeenNews.com, Facebook, and Twitter all the time to find out what we're going to be doing. Your final score, once again, here from Johnson Memorial Field in Selby. Warner comes away on the road with the victory in the first round of the playoffs. They defeat Herreid Selby 50-36. I'd like to thank you all again for joining us here on American News Live Sports. It was another exciting one, and we'll see you on Thursday for the second round of our playoff coverage. This is Will Elkins saying for everybody at American News Live Sports, thank you for joining us, and follow me north to freedom.